What's going on, everybody? Applerski back with part 4 of the Metal Gear Solid Delta Platinum Trophy Guide. And right off the bat, we're going to start with a trophy. This is, remember earlier in earlier parts how I told you guys, showed you guys where those mouse traps were? Well, these are going to come into play right here. We're going to get a trophy. This is the only place you can get it, and it's absolutely necessary for the Platinum. But it is a little tedious. What you're going to do right after you defeat the fear, before you leave the area, pull out your mouse traps and place them kind of just wherever you want in this area, and then go into the warehouse. It's very tedious. You could get it on your first try. You could get it. It might take 20 tries. It took me about 15 or so. But then you're going to go into the warehouse, wait a second or two, and then exit and pick up, try to see what you caught in the mouse traps. You probably get snakes or frogs or whatever first couple of times. If that's the case, then all you got to do is pick up your mouse traps by crawling over them, and then just go place them again and repeat the process. And eventually you'll come up with this, believe it or not. And that's for catching the Chinko. It's a, I guess, mythological or very rare snake. It's kind of weird looking. It's a flat snake like that. It's the only one in the game and the only way to get it. So once you catch it, you'll get the trophy, and then you're going to want to eat it, because you need to eat it for it to count towards the collecting all the foods. But you also need to keep it throughout the rest of the game to unlock something else. So make sure to back up your save, eat it, and then reload your save and keep it in your inventory for the duration of the rest of the game. And you'll unlock the, I believe the Infinity Bandana is what you unlock with it. So now this part's a little bit weird. I don't know why they decided to do this, but you have to back travel all the way back to the beginning of this like swamp area. There's no enemies or nothing, no other collectibles. We're just going to go all the way back to the cave entrance here, and we're going to collect the face paint water. Little tedious, I know, especially trudging through. I mean, you could swim. You could swim through and make it faster. But as you can see, it's cool spot. One of the best looking spots in the game. That's why I'd use that time to use photo mode and capture a pretty cool photo. So moving on towards the main path, once we get to this area, you're going to want to grab the Spatza mushroom that's located at the bottom, the base of that tree there. Make sure, again, every new food that you collect, eat it. That way it gets, put into the database. And then you're going to want to turn around, and the keratin number 29 is up there. I'm going to grab that one. And there's no enemies in this area, so you can use loud weapons or whatever. And just kind of showing you where you're at on the map. I think there's another book that you could pick up, a distraction book in this area. Moving along, though, over here, I had a really tough time finding this one. The vine melon also in this area. I think there's a couple other spots in the game too where you could find the vine melon, but might as well grab it while you're here. And then there, very well hidden with some camo, is the Gakko number 29. So go ahead and grab that. And then once you're done in this small little area, we're going to move on deeper into the jungle. Oh wait, no. There's one more mushroom that you got to grab here. That's the Baikal Scally Tooth mushroom. And that might be the only spot. It's a pretty rare one. So make sure you grab that there. Then once you've collected all that stuff, move on into this next area. And this is kind of a winding, confusing path. There's also some traps, so just be careful where you're going. And this is leading into the boss area of the end, but we're going to take a detour. But before we do that, we're going to get the Gakko and the Keratins in this area. Just watch out for the guards. Come over here to where this fallen log is. And then right there, it's kind of hard to see. Use your, the Euroluminescent mushroom. And moving along. I'm going to grab Keratin, the next Keratin, but watch out for that guard. Just take him out, deal with them however you want to, and then grab Keratin number 30. There's 64 total, so we're almost halfway through. I know it's taking a while for me to get this part out, but I was neck deep in trying to get the Foxhound for the Platinum, so playing on Extreme. And I finally got through it today, so I'm going to finish off this guide, and then after that, I'm going to do the Extreme Mode Foxhound guide. It'll be a much shorter guide than this. I might just do the boss fights, because those are kind of the toughest things to do. There are a couple tricky areas to get through to undetected, but that'll be coming sooner rather than later, so just keep an eye out for that too once I'm done with this guide here. But yeah, you can see that trap right there. I set it off earlier, but I didn't fall through. But yeah, the next Gakko is right here. It's really well hidden. It took me a while. I was in this area for like 20 minutes trying to find this thing. And then finally I found it up here in this tree stump. Number 30, Gakko number 30. So to show you where we are on the map, there's going to be a splitting path up here. The left area is going to trigger the end boss fight. We don't want to go there yet because there's a whole separate area to the right with a couple things we need to collect in there too. So once you get to this area, take out that guard and watch out for that tripwire there. I've barely seen it. That's the path over to the end to the left over there, but we're gonna want to hit a right. So just as another reference here, we're gonna go right. I actually had to refilm some of this too. That's why it took me so long. It gets kind of confusing. I wanted to try to make it as easy to follow as possible. So in this area here, there's going to be a cabin over here in the back, kind of like back corner area, and there's two guards outside. Well, I'm on normal, so there's two guards outside and one inside. So if you're trying to do like a stealth run, just be mindful of that. And you don't have to do this. I just think that this is kind of a cool way, kind of a cinematic, cool stealth way of doing this part. We're gonna get the Keratin and the Gakko after. We're gonna pick up the heavy machine gun here. So there's a crack in the floor. The guard should be in here. You can take him out silently. And if you've seen that film pop, that's part of another video I'm going to do, is unlocking all of the secret theater films. But we're not going to do that now. But just keep that in mind. I'm going to have that video posted too. A lot of MGS Delta video coverage still coming. So now over here, so we already taken that guy out. You're going to want to jump over here, and we're going to get the M63, which is the heavy machine gun, which comes in pretty crucial at the end if you're doing a non-lethal, or if you're doing a lethal playthrough. It really helps towards the end of the game. Then go into this room here, and the keratin is going to be in here. But also, if you're on normal, see, I replayed this part on easy just to get through it real quick. But on normal, there's a suppressor for the M16 right here. On easy, it's for the Colt, but just keep that in mind. If you have the M16 and you're playing on normal, there's a silencer for the M16 under that bed. And then there's keratin number 31. I got spotted right here, so I dispatched the guards real quick. Don't really show off a lot of combat in these guides, so I figured, kind of spice it up, show a little bit of like kind of how I play. And then over here to your right, it's real hidden, but since I've already collected, it's easy to spot. But that's where Gakko number 31 is, up on top of that rock there. And then once we're done there, head back out the way you came, and then go to the left-hand side, and this is going to trigger the end boss fight. So I'll let the cutscene play out. And, keep in mind that we're going to be collecting the parrot. It's a food item that you can only get in this area. And it's in a different location depending on what difficulty you're on. So I'm going to show you where it can be found on easy, medium, or easy, normal, and the hard difficulties. So it doesn't change based on hard or extreme as far as I know. But I went ahead and played through all the difficulties to show you where it is. I don't actually have the easy showcase, like showing the bird, but I'll show you where it is at least. And then we'll pick up after the cutscene's over here.
I beg of you, grant me the strength to take this final prey. Let me linger in this world just a little longer. I have already slept enough for one lifetime. Enough for an eternity. You have my thanks. I have to thank you for waking me. If you hadn't shown up, my sleep would have been eternal. Do you hear me, Snake? I am the end. I am here to send you to your ultimate fate. You'll make a fine quarry for my final hunt.
Alright, so as soon as you start out, if you're on easy, the bird's going to be located right up there on that log. But be quick and don't move, because it'll fly away. And if you want to capture it, use tranks. If not, if you want to kill it, however you want to go about it. But either way, you have to eat it. This is on where it's going to be located if you're on hard or above. It's really hard to see. You might want to use your thermal goggles. It's kind of wedged in between this tree right here, so you can see it right there. And if you could also use it in the fight too to distract him, and it'll also if you like throw it out, it'll if you're having trouble finding him, the bird will take you to him. I don't do that tactic here, but just keep in mind that you could do that as well. Now, back to the actual fight. I'm going to show you also where you get it on normal, because this is my actual playthrough of how I fought him. And to be honest, it's pretty embarrassing as a veteran of this game. I kind of get my ass handed to me a little bit, make some rookie mistakes, but I figured, this was my first time experiencing this version, so I didn't want to like edit some cool like perfect run. So I figured I'd kind of leave my flaws out there for you to see while I'm talking about the tactics. So there's only really so many places he'll be. At the start, he's going to be perched up on this cliff up here, and you can see him. If you didn't see him prior when I was crawling around, you can see his like scope glinting. But this is where you're going to find the parrot on normal mode. It's on top of this building right here, this warehouse or storage building, which is also a good spot if you're running on ammo for the Mark 22. See, I got shot right there already, because he's like literally right there. You'll be able to see him up in the top right corner. Maybe once I come out. But just keep in mind, if you get shot, pull out the tranquilizer dart, because it'll make you pass out and in the fight. And I'm not actually sure if you can fight him again Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out, because I don't remember if you... Because basically what happens, he doesn't kill you. He uses trank darts. So I'm wondering if you could even fight him after, if you lose the gunfight and continue on. Either way, that's a topic for another day. Just keep your stamina up too, because if you get close to him, you're sneaking up on him. That's really the best tactic, and you'll see in a minute. He'll hear your stomach growling, so just make sure your stamina's up while you're looking for him. Now, the confusing part is that this is like 3 different maps that he can be at. See the glint right there? This is just to show you like where he's at. I don't even hit him right here. I just wanted to kind of show you where he's hiding. But see, I missed him, so he found out where I was at, and I'm getting my ass kicked here. I haven't even damaged him yet. But overall too, his stamina will slowly drain. If he can't find you for a long time, if you just like wait it out, he'll actually fall asleep. And that's a good opportunity for you to find him and like sneak up on him, which I'll show you here in a minute. But just stay low. If you know where he's at, try to outmaneuver him. And also, obviously, use the best camo that you have, which I think is the leaf camo is what we're using in here. He'll taunt you and stuff too, if you're hiding. But you can use the thermal goggles. They come in handy too. Once you're starting to like sneak up on him, once you kind of get into the rhythm of finding him. See, now here he's falling asleep, and you can hear him snoring, and then in the distance over there you see the Z's. So this is a good opportunity to sneak around, get up real close using your sneak mode. And I actually muffed this first attempt right here, but this is going to get you a trophy and something very valuable too, and also needed for the platinum. If you sneak up behind him and hold him up, and now they actually changed it too, made it easier in this version. Hold him up, wait for him to go down, aim at his head, and he'll say no, like he'll wiggle and he'll say nope. But if you unaim and aim again and do that 3 times, eventually he'll wiggle and he'll drop his camo, his moss camo, and you need that for 100% anyways. So we got to grab that. And then after you get the camo, you get the trophy. You snooze, you lose. And see, I waited too long and missed him, and he threw a flashbang. But this is where you can use your thermal goggles to see his footsteps. You can follow his footsteps, and you can see him off in the distance. Try to shoot him while he's running away. Kind of difficult with the bullet drop they added to the game. But to follow the footsteps, and you're going to want to do this kind of quick too, because they will disappear over time, and you'll lose track of him. What you don't want to happen is to get him all the way down to like low health and then not find him for a long time, because what he can do is he has like photosynthesis, so he can like call the sun to like heal himself, and then if you can't find him in time, his stamina bar can fill all the way back up. So that's what you want to try to avoid. It doesn't happen to me here, but playing it on extreme, it happened to me a couple times, and I got him down to like where I needed to get him, like shoot him like once or twice more. Very frustrating. But anyway, follow the footsteps. Make sure they're going forward too. See, I was like looking at the footsteps, not paying attention. He's right there, but I get a couple shots off on him here. And I found, more importantly, find out where he's, which direction he's ran off to. This fight's actually a lot easier than I make it look here. Like I said earlier, I kind of didn't do so well on my first run, but again, this is, you know, a blind playthrough of this version. So here he is. Make sure you use sneak mode. Alternatively, too, you can, if you got the deluxe edition, you can use the white tuxedo right here, so you don't have to like creep walk. You can just regular crouching, he won't hear you. So you shoot him 3 times, he goes down and he'll throw a stun grenade. That's what happens. So manipulate the camera. Just be aware. Just be ready for those stun grenades. That way you don't lose sight of him. Like I did right here. Also, too, as you notice, I have the moss camo equipped now, so harder for him to see me. So now I've caught back on his trail, whittling him down. He's about half health here. So again, we're just kind of rinsing and repeating. Just make sure you try to get those 3 shots and try to make them headshots too. You could wait till he lays down so you can know for sure that you'll nail that headshot. And once he pops over, don't bother shooting him again, waste ammo. See right there, I got a good beat on him. Missed him, but still found out where he's going. And I got his trail. Also, if you're running low on silencers, see, he got me again. I wasn't paying attention, but this is pretty cool. I get a couple shots on him through the tree right there. And as he's running away, I think I get him right here too. Oh, no. On the next one. There is a part where he's running away. I get a pretty impressive shot on him. But yeah, make sure if he shoots you, remove those tranquilizers ASAP. See, there he is. This should finish him off, maybe, or almost. Oh, see, I had to reload. I should have reloaded beforehand. Oh, still got the 3rd shot off. So here, but he's running away. Did I get him? Can I get him? Boom! Nice shot there. If I would have got him one more time, though, I would have ended it. So I lose track of him for a while here. I edited out, but you get the gist of it. Right here, I made a stupid mistake. I knew exactly where it was. I could see him up there. I thought I could like he wouldn't see me and I could get close enough to shoot him. But he ends up popping me. But kind of cool, what I do here is I run away, dodge his other shots, and I take cover around here, and just by chance he runs towards me. Bap, bap, bap. Got him. So that's it for this for the boss fight. I'll go ahead and let the rest of the cutscene play out, and we'll pick up again because we're gonna grab the rest of the collectibles here. You could get them during the boss fight, but it becomes too confusing, so I figured I'd just leave them for after. But yeah, I'll let you watch the rest of this cutscene, and we'll pick it up in a minute.
Be proud of you. The time has come for a younger generation to rise. I've been wandering for more than a century, and now my journey comes to a close. What a splendid way to end it all. I have no regrets. I can return to the Forum Allah.
So yeah, I just wanted to show the cutscenes. Sorry for the, if it makes a video too long or whatever, but for first timers, I wanted them to kind of follow along with, how I felt about the game. This was probably, and still is, my favorite part. One of my favorite parts of any MGS game. This boss fight, the first time experiencing it was so cool, revolutionary. Really, I mean, even now it's cool because there's different things, different ways you can take them out. Like earlier, we did the early end, right, the trophy. But if you were to continue on from that, instead of him being here, you'd fight the Ocelot soldiers in the forest. So there's different ways that could pan out, different cutscenes you can get. I'll let you discover them on your own, but really cool. Anyway, back to the game. After he's done, make sure you pick up his rifle because that's a must-have. Like pretty much have to have it to get 100% completion in the game. So grab the Mousa Nagant, and over here in this area is the Gakko number 32. Super hidden, but I already collected it, so that's where it's at. I'm going to be showing you the map too, where they're at. So go grab Keratin, the next Keratin as well. Initially I was going to show you where these are during the boss fight, but it just became too confusing, so I wanted to make it more clear. Keratin number 32 right there. And remember, there's 3 parts, 3 sections to this map, so that means a total of 3 per that we're going to be collecting. So we got both of them for this section. There's a west, a north, and a south. We're currently in south, so now we're going to go, or maybe we were in north. Yeah, we were in north, so now we're going to get the ones in south. These two are real close together. You got your Gakko up there on the rocks, number 33, and then if you turn around over behind that building that has ammo in it, you'll see the Keratin number 32 or 33, sorry. So we're past halfway now on the Keratins and Gakkos. Now we're heading into the west area, which I wish, this is like one of the most beautiful parts of the entire game, like map wise, I would say. It's really cool to fight him in this area, but he didn't come to me. There's Keratin number 34 underneath the end of the river there. He didn't come to this area for me. And then all the way up to the top of this part in the north, you're going to find Gakko 34 there. So opposite ends of each other, basically. So that's going to do it for this one. We'll see you guys on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and that'll be all for me for this one. Applerski out.